what was the other concern that I was aware of before I moved here and was overtaken completely, or just before I moved here when I was overtaken completely by the skeletal occurrence with all of the body mass that drooped down over top of me, to make sure that I packed and brought only that which they were willing to replicate or copy or have to keep up with here in Ottawa, the Ottawa Valley. Before I came here, there was a concern for people who had known those things, such as that one that came over me, to come over them and to move them around and to cause them to have relations. And when children are little sometimes and they're talking about their private parts, they say their vagina. And if you start to pray and look at what it is, Sila, you can see sometimes that it's somebody else who is pushing themselves in, over, or around an older child or an adult, to become part of that child's sexuality and part of that child's body, so that when they have relations somewhere else, the child dreams it and feels that they do too, or possibly they try to influence something to happen to the child in their own surrounding. Being aware of it has been very helpful. Having studied in it has been very helpful to me, so I've been able to avoid it. But I've always been aware that there are people who may be taken advantage of by these people here, and I typed it the best I could when I was just online on the Facebook and commenting on news sites. But there are some who still feel dirty and feel like they're ruined, and it is not you who did that, unless you do it purposefully or cruelly or meanly. If there's something that comes over you and causes it, then it's good to get control and to get help and to seek somebody to help cure you and help make you feel better and help get you better, help get you away from it. Because it's they call it an addiction, but it's sometimes somebody else's addiction, somebody else's need to just keep you doing something, to keep you perhaps from doing something else that you should be doing that is good and useful and helpful to your life. And also to, for those of us who understand that we were put here by God, and as we get older we understand it a bit more, and perhaps when we arrived and when we were younger we truly understood it, and if we can help the children to stay up with God, they'll understand it all the way through, that somebody's trying to at least make them feel that they're damned because they're no longer virgins, or they've been touched or molested or been made to look like they purposefully had intercourse with someone, or before marriage or out of marriage, or it's sometimes it's the other person who's dirty, isn't it? It's the person who's doing it to you. If you're not the person who intended to do it or wants to do it, then pray to God and also get help from medical, and just believe that you can still be good.